Everybody, welcome Jon Anthony.
Woo. Hey, what's up?
What's happening, Tom?
You got a lot of people going on here.
I know this is the big one.
We limited it to a few people because if we would have put the whole Sandbar invite out, it would have been nuts. So
yeah, wow, look at your background. Holy cow, you got a whole thing going there.
So that's mine and Michelle. We both have our Kenny. We call it our vibe room. We have our own vibe room.
We have our own vibe room.
Nice.
We're all vibing right now.
Welcome to our little Zoom session.
Yeah. How are y'all doing? How's everything?
We're good. Me and Michelle went to a sunflower field today. We did our social distancing though. We tried 6 foot.
So, John, everybody is muted except a couple of us, just to cut down on craziness.
Got it.
We're using the chat function, so I will try to read you some of the hats. I said because everybody's saying I need a hat.
And we're hoping to make those available soon because as you guys know, for the longest time, we kind of wanted the hats to kind of be a kind of like almost like an Easter egg kind of thing, right? That it was kind of a hard way to get them. You had to be at a show. You had to come do the things that No Shoes Radio was doing, but we've been overwhelmed, and so we are working with the merch guys to get them in the store again over there. So
in Nashville, we raffled one of these hats off. I had it signed by Kenny, I think in Tampa, and we raffled it off for the Nashville show last year, and it made $1,600 for Love just an NSR hat. We were like, this is crazy. We pinned it up on the wall, and we said, okay, raffle
That's
tickets,
awesome.
$5 each, and it was amazing. So these hats are very valuable. People, they do think of them as like an Easter egg. It's like a golden egg if you get one.
Golden egg.
Yeah,
God forbid they know.
Yeah, like
and John,
the whole thing about the Hat Club, right? The whole thing about the Hat Club for a while.
And John has been very gracious. I asked for one time, and he sent me a box of them, and I've guarded them with my life. But we do give them out occasionally here and there to people that beg us. But for the most part, we try to save them for raising money for Love City.
That's awesome. Well, like I said, we're gonna try to make them available soon. So that's our hope. Just it's funny. There's obviously there's a ton of merch available at shows, but you'd be surprised. I mean, there's only so much, right? That the guys can actually take out on the road and account for and create, and different designs and different things that are out there. And so it's just a matter of space, and so Blue Chair Bay's got a couple of things that have proven to be really, really popular and in the merch tents and stuff. So but we're it's funny when you start seeing people making their own and the pirated kind, that's kind of your clue that you probably ought to start filling that demand a little bit. So so we're working on that with the merch guys. Holt and Hobby are great, and they're the ones that put them together for us. So the awesome. Same guys that are doing the rest of Kenny's merch do our hats. So big surprise that they look great, right? I mean, they're really awesome. So
they're perfect.
So we are so extremely excited that Kenny's actually going to do some actual social media live. Are you a part of that? Are you helping with that a little bit, or?
I am a little bit. Yeah. I mean, more than anything else, just psyching him up that it's okay to do it.
Yeah. It's okay. So, yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Getting ready for it.
It's going to be great. And you guys know, I mean, he doesn't follow. So he kind of leans on us sometimes, especially so last week when the virtual tailgate party was going on. And again, Kenny knows about all the great programming and everything we do. I mean, a couple of great stories about the song coming up here in a second, but the just with regard to the programming and the virtual hashtag for virtual tailgate party. And so, he knew we were doing it and actually recorded some really cool stuff for it a couple of days beforehand. And so as the day went on, it was one of those things where it's like, he's got me, he's got people in management, he's got just different friends that are capturing a lot of the stuff that's going on in social media, going, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And then, of course, when Randall did the video, it was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, icing on the cake.
So that's when it was one of those things where, he started sending it out to everybody else that, in sort of the circle. It was like, hey, this is really, really cool thing that everybody's doing. And, he knew that it would be cool, but I don't think even he realized how great that party ended up being. And so, it was a fun reaction for him, but he relies on us to kind of send him those things because he's just not really doing the social media thing throughout, but he's really excited about what's coming up on Friday. And it's kind of the times right now. Everything's virtual. It's driving everybody crazy that we can't just all get together like we normally would. So it'll be fun. I think everybody's going to really enjoy it.
And even if he does something silly or fun, even if he does something silly or fun that would be unusual, the fans are going to love that, so they're going to love anything he does.
It'll be raw. It'll be unscripted. It'll just be, again, anytime that you've ever seen, Kenny kind of just strip it down and just talk, right? And that's the thing. It's like, we're still in the middle of doing the social distancing. And so, from a logistics standpoint, it's trying to make sure that we can get, the right equipment in there to do what he's going to do and make it as easy for him as possible to be able to do it. And, it's exciting. Like I said, he wants to be able to talk to the fans. He wants to be able to get out to see you guys and to do that. I mean, I can tell you that just it's on everybody's mind, to try to get out there and to do this stuff and to go. I know when we do, for instance, like yesterday, well, you guys got it obviously on Thursday, and then yesterday, so 2 nights ago, that's what it was. Yeah. So when we started, the fans got it on Thursday. We got the okay from the label to play it on No Shoes Radio starting around 7:00 Eastern on Thursday night. Today is Saturday, right? I've got my days right. Okay. Everybody's doing that. It's Blur's Day is what it is.
Exactly.
So check this out. So Friday night, we start playing it every hour. Thursday night, we started playing it every hour. And then of course, all the way through the day on Friday. And Kenny's listening at home and he loves it. Just cranking it up. Sounds great. He's like, man, I'm so glad everybody's hearing this. It's just, this is the song for them and everything. And so he was so excited about hearing it and you guys hearing it, right? You guys getting to hear it on the radio, playing through the speakers, which is sort of how it's come to you for so long. He's like, man, play it again. And I was like, well, we're playing it every hour. And I go, do you want us to just play it every 30 minutes? And he's like, hey, it's our radio station. We can do whatever we want,
Well, that's funny because Noel
that night,
caught that. Yep. Noel's like, they just played it like 4 times in 1 hour. So that's pretty awesome.
So that's why. It was because literally Kenny was like, because we were trading texts back and forth. It was like, hey, it's our station. We can play it, however often we want to. So that was and in the moment decision, Kenny listened to NSR just like you guys are going, just play it again for him. Play it again for him. Play it again for him. And so that was kind of a fun thing. And again, just shows you how connected he is right now to just wanting to get this music out, this new album out to everybody. So proud of it, he is. And just to be associated with him, I'm excited. I'm excited to play the music on NSR. I'm excited for you guys to hear the rest of the album too. It's going to be great. That live stream on Friday is going to be fun.
Oh, we can't.
Do you have a favorite? Because we've seen the track listing. Obviously, we only have heard a couple of the songs, but do you have a favorite? Like, I think we all love We Do. It feels like it's all about us. But do you have another favorite track? I know you love everyone, but.
Well, obviously We Do. You know that. I mean, that was the very first one. As soon as I heard the album, I was like, and again, it's number 1, so it's kind of like, holy crap! Right out the gate when listening to that, that sort of sets the tone. I do love them all. I do. I think you guys are going to be excited about Heartbreakers. I think there's a real fun story behind that, and So I think that song, "Someone to Fix," is a song I think that there's those like Kenny mid tempos, right? The Anything But Mine, the Come Overs, El Cerrito Place, those kinds of songs. The Someone to Fix, I think kind of fits in that. I think a lot. I think that's going to be a favorite of a lot of fans. But I personally like Heartbreakers. Up tempo's really great, a lot of fun. Kind of in all the Pretty Girls vein a little bit, just as far as just like tempo and things like that. But the whole album's great. It runs the gamut. It's what you'd expect from Kenny. It goes all over the place and all the emotions. But that's probably the one that you haven't heard yet that I've heard that you're you're going to hear on Friday that I think you'll like a lot.
That'll be exciting. Yeah, We Do is just so, and you texted me and said you couldn't wait for me and Michelle to hear it. And right away, it's an anthem to us, and we needed our own song. I mean, No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problems was before No Shoes Nation was really developed. So this is a huge song for all of us. I mean, I have not talked to one person that doesn't think it's a show opener. Like, he could open the show with this and the whole place would go nuts.
Yeah, and the brilliance, I think, also, and I kind of mentioned this, I think I posted about it yesterday, I think, because as I was listening to it, I was thinking of the Road family, and I was thinking of the people, again, the song came out of a ritual that, we do backstage. And he was able to capture not just it from the fan perspective, but I love, like, in the bridge of the song where he's like, you guys came to see us, we came to see you too. Mm-hmm. And so he really did, I think, not only capture it from your perspective and how much you look forward to it, but really from our side of things too, in our meaning, all the people that put the thing together. There's an excitement that, and you guys know this, there's always an excitement amongst the crew. That's the reason why I think the shows are as great as they are, is because we've got just the best damn crew in the business. And they work their butts off to make sure that every small, minute detail of that concert comes off the way it's supposed to. And they take pride in what they do. And they get excited too. Everybody gets the same excitement you guys have for that curtain to go up. It's the same palpable excitement backstage. And I think him being able to tell that story from that perspective at the same time as telling it with the fans, perfect song. And amazing that it hasn't been written until now. It's great.
I know. Yeah. That's why and you may not be able to answer this, but did he write this recently, or was it like sitting in a vault somewhere and he's like, oh, this is the time I need to release this?
Not sure. I haven't asked him exactly when. He might make mention of that during our album preview special that's coming up this Friday on No Shoes Radio. I can't remember if he gets into the timing of when he actually wrote it, but yeah, it's a good question.
Well, hopefully we don't crash the internet on Saturday.
I know. Friday is going to be done. Everybody just needs to take Friday off. I don't care if you're working from home. You're not available. You're not able to work Friday. You just got to.
No. I'm trying to figure out how I can get it on my TV, like from my laptop to my TV. I think I'm going to do mirror on my iPhone and put it on my big screen and watch it.
There you go. That'll be great.
Women's going to be like, what the heck are you doing?
That'll be great. That'll be great. That song is going to be awesome in concert, isn't it? It's going to be amazing.
It is.
So how are you guys holding up? I mean, we know where you would be right now. Like, how are you doing? How's everybody doing?
Well, I mean, at the moment we'd be in Milwaukee, right? So it'd be kind of cold up there. I think it was going to be in the 40s or 50s today. So, but no, you know what? Everybody's missing. We're all jonesing to get out there and to be on the road and to do this. So much preparation over the winter for the tour. You got to remember that. We haven't been out on the road since May of last year, so it's not even like that. It was a late summer run, like in a longer concert summer. So it's been a lot of time off and away from the road, I should say. A lot of work going on behind the scenes, a ton of work, and so everybody was really just ready to get in and ready to do that, and it's really great because from the crew perspective, we've got an internal email amongst ourselves, and they're it goes up. We check on each other, make sure everybody's doing good. Everybody just really wants to get out there and do what they do.
Financially, is there a charity or something that if people? I know we've gotten a couple of questions. Where can we donate to help the artists, especially the behind the scenes people?
Sure. Like
Kenny's okay. We know he's fine. But, like Harmony or John or any of the guys or, Sean, do they need, is there a charity that we can donate to if they need to have a resource?
That's a good question. I haven't looked into it. I can tell you the entertainment business as a whole, as you guys know, a lot of these guys are gig workers. They even the guys that have been with certain crews for different times, whether you're with a big tour or just starting out, I guess just sort of the nature of the business. So a lot of those guys have been affected. That's some of the things that we talk about in the email chain. Just, hey, let's make sure that everybody's okay. And if you need something, let us know. Thankfully, on our end of things, I haven't seen anybody have to reach out and say, hey, I need some help, or anything like that. So I don't have a charity right offhand that I can think of. I'll certainly look into that and find out if there's something going on that's helpful to the workers. I would just say, hey, the best thing that you can do is, when we get back out and we get touring, just come and have a good time. Don't give up on the concert world. I know it's going to be strange for a while, but we'll be back, and these guys depend on it. And, again, as long as we can bounce back whenever we do, they'll be okay.
Well, we can promise you this crew will be there.
For sure.
They're working on it. They're working on it. So, like I said,
that's what we've been telling people is we want a postponement. We don't want a cancellation.
Right.
We want to get new dates and be something to look forward to, even if it's next year. It's something to look forward to that we all can say, hey, we are not seeing him now, but we're going to see him in whatever,
Right.
So that's a huge
and there's
deal.
not a date. Listen, it's not like there's a date that all of a sudden it's going to come up and they're going to go, that's it, tour's over. We're not going to do it this year or anything like that. They're really working literally for any date that has been postponed. The only cancellation has been the Columbus date, and that's because the festival itself canceled. But everything else is postponed with the absolute intention of trying to figure out how to reschedule it. Like I said, there is a palpable excitement about trying to get out on the road, and so the people with the management company, the promoter, tour promoter, they're working their butts off, trying to just, so much we don't know still. We just don't know. There's going to be a lot of places that are going to, restrict whether or not big gatherings can happen. We still have to find out just from a health perspective what's going to happen with everything. What are they going to recommend? So, but the absolute intention is for one way or the other for us to do these shows, and like I said, postpone. There's an effort underway for every single date to try to get rescheduled. That's been postponed so far. And, like you said, a lot of that stuff, football, is that coming back in the fall? Is that, stadium's going to be available? All of these kinds of things. So just know that they're working on it. They're working their butts off on it. And everybody wants it to happen. So it's not like we're all sitting back just, not telling you that a show's canceled so that you can, I know everybody's booked airfare. I know everybody's booked tickets and hotel and things like that. It's just that, they are really working hard to get it rescheduled, to get it done, to get it, to make it happen.
So Jon, you live near Nashville. So how weird is it? Have you driven down Broadway? Like, what is it like?
Yeah, one night, I went downtown, and it is kind of eerie. It's just strange. It's weird. It is. It's just not what you expect. But I think that's the case everywhere. I never expect to go in a grocery store and have one-way aisles. Although that's something I think they should always keep.
I agree.
Amen.
Apart at the cash register too.
Some people, it's like I need a permanent 6 foot, separation from. But you know what? It's just kind of strange. But everybody's got a story about that for everywhere you go. We went out to grab takeout last night, and just seeing the signage now, it's almost like permanent signage, like in front of these restaurants, where it's like, hey, they're numbered slots for people that are picking up food, right? And it's like, if you were to walk in or see it for the first time, you're like, this is a takeout only place, right? Because that's sort of how they do business. So it's kind of strange, but it is. So yeah, just from a perspective of like what it's like in downtown Nashville. I feel, again, listen, music's coming back. It's not going to keep us down forever. This virus, and there's some real resilient, places downtown. People still want to go hear the music. They're going to find a way to eventually get all the bars and restaurants open and all the concert venues and everything else. So just gotta wait it out, and let it do its thing. And then when I don't know about you guys, but I am jonesing. Gosh, I love being home and I love my family. but my goodness, I need a change of scenery.
We got you.
Right?
You don't need to
Yeah.
say anymore. We got you.
I think we're all feeling that.
Yep.
So,
And get this is kind of funny. I ended up today with Michelle's kid. I don't even know. I can't, we were together. Now I have an extra child in my house. I'm like, how did that happen? Like, oh, so, but yeah, we get you. It's,
yeah.
and missing missing the live music feel, like just going to a restaurant or a bar and there's a live band playing, you know, and having a cold beer. I mean, you just can't do that right now, and that's kind of a huge thing that music lovers miss, you know. So, but John, we so appreciate having you.
I love all the virtual stuff. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
who would have thought we would be seeing what we've seen from all these artists? And they're raising money. I mean, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. Like in the NFL draft today, there's Luke singing a song from his one of his rooms. I'm like, that's freaking Luke Bryan singing during the NFL draft. Like, who would have thought that would be happening, you know?
There'll be a lot of people working from home going in the future just because now we know what we can and can't do from home.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this. I mean, listen, the virtual concerts, people have been doing that. That's really, really cool. And it's a great way to sort of, you know, stay connected and do a lot of those things. For me, on a lot of those, it does leave me longing, you know, when I see some of those, just because, you know, it is, I understand and I totally get the effort to try to bridge the gap in the meantime because of what's going on. But my goodness, it's nothing like being there live, you know? And so it's like, I'm almost reminded every time I see one of those, how much I really want to be somewhere where I can feel the bass drum, you know, hitting me in the chest. You know, and being able to, again, hear a whole stadium full of people singing the lyrics.
Yes.
That feeling is, there's
and that curtain going up. I miss the curtain going up. So like when it's referenced and we do, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
Because we all know that anticipation. You know it's coming, but the moment it happens, it's an out-of-body experience.
And the people, I mean, look what we're doing. We're doing this Zoom because we miss all your guys' faces. I mean, I miss Jordan. I miss Deborah Jane. I miss Trish. I miss Karen, Kimber. I miss all my people.
We went to St. John's last year. A lot of those are on here. Some did not go with us, but they were watching an Instagram Live last week, and we said, we might do a Zoom. So if you want to get in on it, send us your email. And here we are, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And John, it's funny. What year was it? Noel's the only one that ever remembers what year it was, but when you were in Orlando one time for something and we were able to meet up with you and we told you we were thinking of starting Welcome to the Sandbar.
I remember that. We were at Mellow Mushroom.
Mellow
Mushroom.
I forget who else was with you.
Your whole crew, like your Jaime was with you. Who was that other? There was a couple of guys with you. You came in town to do a concert for our local car dealership.
Yeah. Some of the other stuff that I do, kind of on the side. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, should we talk to him about it? We're like, yeah, we probably should talk about it. He can tell us if he thinks we're crazy. And like, fast forward, we're on a flipping Zoom with our Welcome to Sandbar people. We've gone to St. John's twice with people. We've gone to shows where we've met.
Raised $10,000 just in 1 year for Love City, just because these people love Kenny and his music, and it's amazing. You know, we would have never dreamed, and we got your blessing because we were like, okay, because we had the website basically started, and we were like, we're going to use song references. Is that going to get us in trouble? Are we going to get shut down? And you know, it was funny, and you gave us your seal of approval, and it was after you said, I like it, I think it's great. We were like, we ran with it, and who would have known that we would be where we're at now with it, and it's been awesome. So, but we appreciate that you support us and you're always there. Anytime we have a question, if you can't answer it, you give me like a code for it. Like, okay, well, I can't really answer that, but this is kind of how it's going to be. And we trust that relationship with you. And the fans on Welcome to the Sandbar understand that we have that relationship with you and it's guarded. And we appreciate you being a part of this today. This is, you know, huge for everybody. They love seeing your face. It's kind of a little link to hope. So we appreciate that.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. And again, you guys are great. It's so fun to see everybody. I mean, this is what we do, right? This is a, this is proof that what you do matters. And we all kind of feel part of this thing. We all feel part of No Shoes Nation. We all feel, like we want to belong, and it's very inclusive. And again, I love that you guys just, take it to the max. You live it out. You do it. I mean, whether it's, the sand and a tailgate, with the signage and doing it up right. I mean, it's what makes it fun. It is, and it brings in more people. It brings in everybody to make, to let them know that there's a tribe they belong to, right? And it's okay to love this music, and it's okay to look for an escape, on a random Saturday in the summer, just leave everything behind and come on out and, join us. Republican, Democrat, black, white, brown, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're in a very, polarized society right now. You go to a Kenny concert, it's nothing like that at all. It's amazing. It's just so much fun. Everybody feels like they belong to the same population, right? And so it's a fun vibe to spread. Again, I've always loved what you guys do with just, kind of keeping everybody up to date on what's going on. And it's great. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, we miss you in the tailgates. I'm going to speak on behalf of everybody, and we've told you this over the years. We miss you out in the tailgates. So
we do.
I still get out the tailgates, but now hey, when you're out there and you're having to work, that is such a hard thing to do.
And it's hot.
It is so hard to, okay, go. I got to leave this party because I've got work to do. So it's a lot better to now be able to come out to the tailgates for a lot less time than I used to be able to. Thanks to the great folks that do hang out and do this stuff in the tailgates for us. But when I do come out, I get to actually have a drink. Yep. And spend a few minutes and actually kind of get in the moment like everybody else. So it's still a lot of fun, but I'll tell you, man, I'll still get out there and walk through. I can't miss it. I like being the driver of the NSR cart now. You know what I mean? I kind of like that a lot better. That's actually a pretty good little gig.
That is a good gig. That's an awesome gig.
Yeah.
We laugh because there was a joke a long time ago. Who cuts the sleeves off of Kenny's shirts? We're like, who has that job? We're like, well, I'll take the job of driving around the NSR cart any day.
That's right.
All those little jobs matter.
Right. That's right. Absolutely. It's just that you're in charge of keeping it plugged up, and so if we've had a couple people drive it before and forget to charge it, and that's a big no.
Oh, shoot. They're clearly not Tesla owners. Right. Anyway, so I don't know if you can answer this, but don't you love when I start with that? But I see a lot of people drinking Blue Chair Bay rum. Do you think is there anything that you know of that we should be paying attention more closely to their pages or anything that was planned?
There's always something possible with Blue Chair Bay. I think that's probably the best way to say that. Let me put it this way. No company stays successful by just staying where they are. What is that? It's like, even if you're on the right track, the train can run you over. So it's like, I guess I'm saying that to say that there's always some really, really cool things that they're working on, and that may present themselves.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. We'll take it.
Well, it's funny because we all love our bottles. Like, you cannot throw your Blue Chair Bay bottles away. Like, they make them way too pretty. I wish they weren't so pretty because I'm running out of space.
I know.
But that's why we have Greg on here. Greg makes the candles and the glasses for us, which is awesome. All right, we're gonna.
I've been having a little bit more of that recently during the quarantine. I don't know if you guys.
I think so.
My husband downed half a bottle last night. He's not feeling too good today.
Well, and now you can get it. Now you can get it delivered. So that's the really cool thing, right? Well, like that company Drizzly, and then there's one more that now can deliver the Blue Chair Bay to your house.
They'll deliver a whole case. Yeah.
I don't think I do that.
I live walking distance to a liquor store, so it works.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, that's so dangerous. Oh my God. So we can see a little bit of stuff behind you. Is there anything you want to show us closer that we should see?
No, it's just my home office. It's just, actually it's mostly empty right now because we've been going through some renovations here in the house, and Jamie's been on a redecorating kind of kick. So I used to have there used to be a piano back there, but it was Jamie's mom's piano, and we donated actually to the middle school where our kids went, and so the choir now has a piano, which they didn't have one before. It was an upright. So that was kind of a cool way to let her mom's memory, live on and have a legacy and everything. It's really great. Yeah. But that used to be in that corner. And then I used to have a real nice, comfortable chair that got, kind of, worn through the years, but it was my comfy chair. But while the builders and different people were working on things and taking stuff out, and we had a dumpster out front, she made use of the dumpster by getting rid of it. So
I think the home improvement stores have skyrocketed in sales.
Yeah, I just had to order online today because I made a run yesterday to something and they were out of everything that I was looking for. So yeah, I had to actually order it online. So
do you play any instruments yourself?
There's Avery. Say hi.
Hey, Avery.
We have he's my musician in the family, or actually Jamie is too, but yeah. Avery plays percussion. So
nice.
Yeah.
A drummer.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's
but
awesome.
I've got a drum set upstairs and I'm messing around with it a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
So
all right, we're gonna let you go, but before we let you go,
Yep.
remind everybody what's happening Friday on NSR.
yeah, so we've got the album premiere special, and here's the funny thing about that. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of scoop on that. So Kenny actually had to record the album special on his boat. So because everybody's in quarantine, and we wanted to get the most comprehensive kind of preview special that we possibly could. And you guys know a lot of times I'll get in the studio with him, or we'll sit at his house or something like that, and we'll do it. Well, obviously we couldn't do that this time around, so it was just kind of like, hey man, here's what I need. We got to do our album special for No Shoes Radio, and we got to talk about it. But I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you record it, just whatever. And he's like, I'm on my boat. I'm not studio. I'm like, okay, well, how about the boat then? So for the first time ever, our album premiere special is going to be from Kenny's boat. So that's going to be fun.
That's the ultimate. That's how we see it. That's how we would think we would want it.
It's the perfect environment for him to tell you all about this. So that's coming up on Friday. We'll probably launch it at midnight. We got to stick to those sort of rules by the label, and not get too ahead of everything being available commercially and things like that. So we'll have it for you at midnight, Thursday night, Friday morning, play it many times throughout the day on Friday, leading up to the live stream that's going to happen at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 Eastern. So that's what's coming up. And then
they were asking, Jon, on the live stream, is it going to be streamed on all the social media platforms?
Yeah, so it's going to, and again, they're still actually working on how many more they can actually add to it, but definitely on Kenny's socials, along with NSR and SiriusXM The Highway. And you'll also be able to, for whatever reason, if you're out and you're mobile and you have to be like driving or something, we're actually going to have it on the radio as well. So it's going to be an audio simulcast of it happening simultaneously on No Shoes Radio. So happening online where you can watch it, and also on the air for No Shoes Radio and The Highway.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So exciting. Well, Jon, thank you so much for your time. We love you and we appreciate you so much.
Good to see so many familiar faces here.
I know. And
everybody.
I hope we get to personally see you and give you a personal hug for coming on and helping us out today. And hopefully soon. I don't know. We're hoping.
Crush fingers.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Yeah, and you guys too as well. Great to see you.
Thank you, Jon.
Thanks for listening.